When you or someone you love gets sick or needs care, your first worry shouldn't be about losing your job. That's why New York City has laws to protect you. Every employer, no matter how big or small, must provide sick leave. And every employee, regardless of immigration status, is protected. So it doesn't matter if you are full-time, part-time, seasonal, temporary, or a domestic worker, live in or outside of New York City, are a supervisor or manager, or hourly or salaried. You have rights under the New York City Paid Safe and Sick Leave laws, and if applicable, the New York State Emergency COVID-19 Paid Sick Leave Law. In New York City, all workers earn 1 hour of safe and sick leave for every 30 hours worked. Sick leave is paid for all domestic and non-household workers if the employer has 5 or more workers. Sick leave is unpaid for non-household workers if the employer has less than 5 workers and a net income less than $1 million. Total sick leave amount is determined by your employer's size. If your employer has 100 plus workers, you can earn up to 56 hours of sick leave each year. If your employer has 1 to 99 workers, you can earn up to 40 hours of sick leave each year. After you earn it, you can use your leave when you are sick, need preventative care, have to quarantine, seek diagnosis or treatment of an illness, injury, or health condition, or bonding with a new child. When it comes to defining who a family member is, that's up to you because every family is different. This can mean blood relatives, domestic partners, in-laws, or even someone who doesn't fit into any category as long as that person is someone you consider family. If the reason you can't go to work is unexpected, like for an emergency, you are not required to notify your employer or to obtain their approval in advance. You simply need to notify them that you must use sick leave. However, if you do plan to use sick leave in advance, like for an appointment, treatments, or need to take care of a loved one, your employer may have some requirements to use it, so you should review those carefully. For example, they may ask for 7 days advance notice, or if you use more than 3 consecutive days of sick leave, they may ask for written proof from a medical professional. If you have been told you need to stay home because you have COVID-19 or because you had close contact with someone with COVID-19, you may be eligible for NY State COVID Paid Sick Leave, which covers up to 14 days of missed work. The first step is for you to contact the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to get a mandatory or precautionary order of quarantine. Call 855-491-2667 and press the option for a document for your employer or questions about New York State COVID Paid Sick Leave. They can also help answer any questions on New York State's COVID Paid Sick Leave program. For any additional questions on New York City's Paid Safe and Sick Leave law, you can contact the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection by calling 311 and say, Paid Safe and Sick Leave. Taking leave while under quarantine order guarantees you job protection while you are out. You can also use New York State's paid family leave or disability benefits for the days of quarantine not paid by your employer. The first thing to know is that access to sick leave is your right and it's the law. Your employer may not deny the sick leave hours you've earned, and they cannot threaten your job or your hours. If you believe your employer has violated your rights, or you have questions about sick leave, New York City is here to help. You can contact NY's Department of Labor Anti-Retaliation Unit at 888-52-LABOR or by email at lsask@labor.nyc.gov or visit paidfamilyleave.ny.gov/ to file a complaint. To get more information, visit paidfamilyleave.ny.gov. 2. Read your paid sick leave rights. Understand your eligibility for paid sick leave to care of a minor. Review your rights regarding using paid sick leave for vaccination. The NYC Test and Trace Corps makes sure that anyone who tests positive for COVID-19 and their close contacts have the resources to safely separate in a free hotel or at home. To learn more about how to safely separate, call 1-212-COVID-19, 212-268-4319. Still experiencing COVID-related symptoms weeks or months after isolation? Visit nycgov/aftercare for long COVID resources for physical health, mental health, community support, and financial support. Remember, access to sick leave is your right, and it's the law.